Former boss regrets replacing Memi. Former boss called me, and before I could even speak, he scolded me. What time is it and you're still not here? If this project falls through, can you take responsibility? Get over here right now. My former boss spoke as if it were perfectly natural, like I was still some disposable workhorse he could summon at will. Before I could say anything, he hung up. Then HR called. Why aren't you here yet? The boss is very angry. You're usually so reliable. Even if you're upset about your year-end bonus, you can't just abandon your work. I laughed and explained. It's not that I won't work. I resigned last month. Today was supposed to be my first day at my new company. When I mentioned my resignation from before the holidays, Melissa from HR's tone became dismissive. Oh, that. I saw your resignation letter. Mr. Grant saw it too. But you know how busy everyone was before the holidays, we just didn't get around to discussing it properly. Now that the holidays are over, let's sit down and talk it through, okay? Talk about what? I asked. I'd already successfully resigned. As far as I was concerned, there was nothing left to discuss. Terms, of course. Melissa immediately replied. Mr. Grant said he'd give you a $500 raise. In this economy, what other company would give you a raise so easily? Think about it. That's $6,000 over a year? I couldn't help calculating in my head. Those few employees in the department who left right at quitting time every day and never followed through on projects? I heard they each got a $10,000 year-end bonus. Last year, I generated over $100 million in revenue for the company. That major project I followed from start to finish had a contract value of $8 million. I did the work of 3 people alone, had the most overtime hours in the department, and didn't take a single sick day. But at the annual meeting when they handed out the Outstanding Employee Awards, all the projects I'd signed became Claire's. She got a $50,000 bonus, plus the latest smartphone. My year-end bonus was $250. Just thinking about it felt absurd. I wanted an answer. Melissa, why was my year-end bonus $250? Silence on the other end for a few seconds. Sophia, you have to understand the company has its policies. She chose her words carefully. Even though you do a lot of work, sometimes you're too rigid. You don't focus enough on teamwork. You rarely attend team building activities and you don't communicate much with colleagues. Year-end bonuses naturally have to consider overall performance. I laughed bitterly. I remembered last year's company team building, a weekend mountain hike. I didn't go because I had to work overtime. Friday night dinner? I didn't go because I had to rush a proposal. And that time the department went to karaoke, I declined. Because I had a client meeting the next day and couldn't afford to be careless. Every time I skipped a department gathering, it was to do better work. And now they were using that against me. What about everyone else? What were they doing when I wasn't there? Drinking, singing, taking group photos, posting on social media. The captions were always, "We're family. Best team ever." So that's what overall performance meant. Are there other reasons? I asked. Melissa thought for a moment, then lowered her voice. Also, Mr. Grant said that last year you had a few projects where client feedback had some issues. So, which client? What issues? When was this feedback given? Why have I never heard about it? I immediately pressed. Well,